Okay, last one. Like I said, the dog tied to the rope. On the performance animal, your genetics. Your genetics gotta be on point. A lot of you scatter breed the hell out of these dogs. Start scatter breeding, make your own bloodlines. Trust in yourself, trust in your animals, and improve on your animals, man. You know what your dogs are lacking. Improve on that. Stop being with the mainstream dudes, because these dudes are in it for the cash. I don't respect no mainstream breeder. I don't. I used to have some type of respect. I don't have respect for them dudes, them men and women. I don't. You in this shit for the money, and you lie to the public. You falsify papers that goes for Italy, that trickles right back to here in America. You falsified a lot of papers. You spit a lot of these false narratives. You stabbing each other in the back. And there's no love. There's no love for the animal. You solely in this stuff for the money, the fame, the variety, and it's false fame. Because at the end of the day, when an individual starts studying and studying correctly, they see through your fraudness. You people ruin the dogs, and you're continuously ruining the dogs. But I'm glad that certain people kept the dogs traditional. They kept them traditional, some rustic dudes in Italy, and they kept the traditional here. But now it's a factor of who knows how to breed dogs and who don't. That becomes another factor. Because now you got a dog fancier and dog men. There's a difference. They're not the same. I fall in the category of a dog man. A lot of you are dog fanciers. So our concepts of how to breed dogs is totally different. Totally different. What I want to breed for is not what you want to breed for. Because a lot of you can't take the traditional traits, behavior-wise. Because at the end of the day with a Corso is you have a bunch of them, you have them in a kennel setting, females come in the heat, they're going to want to gladiate and they're going to want to fight. Any flock guardian dog is going to do that. Your Kangos, your Central Asians, your Achakas, your Albanian dogs. It goes on and on and on and on. They're going to want to do that. They're going to, listen, we got to establish who's the alpha male and who's the alpha female. That's just a primal trait in the dogs. Simple. Primal, this is how the dog's been bred millenniums and centuries. So that trait you're not going to breed away from. You're just not going to get away from it. It's embedded in the dogs, the traditional dogs. These are not lap dogs. They shouldn't look like an English Mastiff, or Bull Mastiff, or Bulldog, or Barvel. Today's boxes, yesterday boxes, they shouldn't look like that. They shouldn't look like a presser. The wide chest. I'm watching the tails. Your dog traits are telling on you dudes. Your dog traits say, oh, but your dog is a Rottweiler. How can you tell? Because Rottweilers and Sicilian Bisharos look the same since the 1950s. This is what Clifford Hubbard said. This is to be the truth. I took Dugo Sargos, which is a Corso. To me, I'm just saying to me, I can't Dugo Sargos, they're from Sardinia. They're small Corsos. But anyway, with many of them, head types and expressions look like the earlier dogs the Satilli family had. Look just like them. Compared to the Sicilian Bishat, look just like them. Not the ones Toomley is showing. I'm talking about the dogs that were back when. Same common ancestor. Even in people is going to be the same. Melanated people are going to look like melanated people. Eurasian people are going to look like Eurasian people. Learn the traits. And if individuals aren't speaking, you won't be able to tell where individuals from. Only thing you can tell, but yo, I definitely know he's Africoid, and I definitely know he's Eurasian, or Caucasian, or this guy's Asian. Come on. Like I said, it starts with you and ends with you. Hopefully these segments was helpful. You take heed, you don't take heed, it's on you. It starts with you and it ends with you. You can believe the secondhand information from all these other breeders and stuff. They don't care. That's why the Rottweiler's looking like a bulldog, which he's not. He actually is a Malinois, even though all Malinois don't move the same. They don't move, but they have a lot of characteristics and traits, head expressions and stuff, tail sets that are the same. You're not going to get away from that. The double coats, not going to get away from that. Learn these traits. Learn the history. And it's not going to come overnight. You're going to really have to study and study hard. All this information, the Italians left for a beautiful blueprint. And I'll tell you another thing, and I'm going to leave it like that. If your dogs are not looking like them dogs that were, that it's in them old pictures, I'm talking about 70s going backwards, 60s, 50s, 30s, 20s, the 10s, 1800, 1700, statues and paintings, you don't have a Corso. You don't have that traditional Neapolitan Mastiff, because the Neo and the Corso should look the same if they're traditional. That is an actual fact. Oh, but the DNA is coming back saying that the Neo is an more ancient. Yo, man, get out of here. Get out of here. But no statues, paintings, and etc. are depicting the big before 1400s. It didn't exist. Because even with the Birdo, it didn't exist. English Mastiff, it didn't exist. Until the Europeans started breeding pugs into the dogs. Dumb. But all of you, I know, you don't know nothing. And it's okay not to know nothing. It's okay. It's okay to say I don't know. Now you have a responsibility to go research, to put that work in. See, this is why, like I said, when certain things come back on DNA tests, and if it ain't matching the history, that's garbage. And this is why they need to sit down with a historian and start putting this and mapping these traits properly. Because if you don't, you're guessing. You're guessing. And it's not even a proper educated guess. So like I said, with that being said, Saladin Salam, peace and blessings, and I'm out. Hopefully these segments were educational. Hopefully you learned something. And if not, hey, whatever. It's like whatever. I know a lot of you like to see things visually. But maybe in the future I'll do that though. Put stuff on the computer screen and show you. But until then, learn to listen. Listen. Stop trying to be entertained all the time. Be quiet and listen to what's being spoken. Later.